Hi everybody, it's Helen Birch here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video we are going to be exploring sexual kinks and fetishes, looking at understanding them, embracing them and seeking help. And this is video part 1. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is one that might be considered a little bit unconventional, but it is important to note that having open conversations about various aspects of human sexuality. So today we're delving into the world of sexual kinks and fetishes, discussing what they are, some specific examples, and even addressing the importance of seeking therapy for a healthy and fulfilling sex life. So buckle up, hit the like and subscribe button, and let's get started. So the first thing that I want us to explore is the definition of sexual kinks and fetishes and what they actually are. So in the realm of human sexuality, a kink is generally considered to be unconventional or non-traditional sexual practice, desire or fantasy that deviates from the norm. A fetish, on the other hand, is a specific object, body part or activity that elicits sexual arousal and is often necessary for sexual satisfaction. Before we break down the individual kinks and fetishes themselves, I just want to get clear on what we're really talking about here. So kink is an umbrella term for any sexual activity or turn on that is outside of the mainstream, which is generally considered to be sexual. Basically, a kink can refer to a sexual act, a fantasy, or a turn on that goes beyond the norm of strictly vanilla sex. It's also important to note that while there are lots of overlaps between kinks and fetishes, they are not the same thing. A fetish is similar to a kink, but it is typically something that is needed in order for arousal to occur. So some people say that their fetish is inherent to their sexual identity, just as important as their sexual orientation is. A kink enhances play, while a fetish is integral to it. Okay, so naturally, there tends to be a lot of crossover between kinks and fetishes. And there are some kinks and fetishes that I would like to cover. So I'm going to be splitting this video into 3 parts because there are so many kinks and fetishes and I want to make sure I explain them all to you. So if you want to learn more about a particular term, then just follow the links for tons more info on kinks and how they are practiced in part 2 and part 3 of this video, which I will be uploading shortly. So now let's explore some specific examples to kind of get a better understanding. Keep in mind that this list is by no means exhaustive and there are countless kinks and fetishes out there, each unique to the individual. So some common examples that you might have heard would include BDSM, bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, sadism and masonism. Cannot say that, apologies. Foot fetishes, role-playing and sensory play. And these preferences vary greatly from person to person, and what one person finds arousing within that fetish or kink, another person may not. So in this video, I'm going to explore the first 10 more common kinks and fetishes. So let's get into it. Beg your pardon, I'm just going to have a drink. So number 1, role play. So role playing is the most common kinks and it involves playing characters outside of your daily lives, usually as part of a sex scene. And this can range from putting on a tie and pretending to be the boss to your partner, channeling your favourite TV character, or even creating a whole character-filled scenario. Number 2 is objectification. So as a kink or fetish, objectification refers to arousal by being dehumanized. For example, someone who wants to be erotically hypnotized to see themselves as a sex doll or object would have an objectification kink or fetish if that's the only way that they can get off. Number 3 is objectum kink. So while it's not the same thing as objectification, those with objectum fantasies have sexual relations with or attraction to inanimate objects. Number 4 is pregnancy fetish. So as the name kind of suggests, a pregnancy fetish is having an intense sexual attraction to some or all aspects of pregnancy. And for some people, it might be the round belly, where for others, it could be the lactation. Whether it's the actual act of breastfeeding or just kind of tasting or seeing the breast milk itself. Number 5 is breeding kink. So a breeding kink refers to being into sex that could result in pregnancy. So for example, some unprotected or fluid bonded sex, typically involving one partner ejaculating inside the other. So while enjoying condomless sex and internal ejaculation isn't necessarily a kink on itself, those with the breeding kink are often turned on specifically by the possibility and or the risk of pregnancy associated with the act, even if pregnancy isn't actually desired as an end result. For many people with a breeding kink, they do not actually want to become pregnant, and many also use some form of birth control other than condoms. But this kink is rather more often about the risk, the intimacy, and the potential dominant submissive aspects of unprotected sex, that rather than the actual desire to become pregnant. Number 6 is exhibitionism. So in sexual context, exhibitionism is a sexual kink in which the person feels sexually aroused at the idea or reality of being seen naked or engaging in sexual activities by others. So if you're into the thought of someone watching you masturbate or get changed, then this one could be for you, and it's much more common than you think. Number 7 is voyeurism, can't count. Voyeurism is getting sexually excited from watching others when they are naked or engaging in sexual acts. And while the pleasure is most commonly derived from watching others, this fetish can also include hearing others engage in sexual acts or even being told about other people's sexual experiences. Okay, number 8, fingers crossed for number 8. So this one is pretty much what it kind of sounds like. It's temperature play. So it's sexual activity that involves elements of temperature. And temperature play is an erotic form of consensual sensation play that's often carried out by people who engage in BDSM play or kink. So the goal of temperature play is to use the elements of heat and cold to heighten the senses. Number 9 is foot fetish. So foot fetishes are extremely common, and they are usually seen by males. And people with foot fetishes may have submissive desires, meaning that they have a desire to worship at someone's feet through kissing or massage or even giving things such as a pedicure. And although it tends to be submissive people, it's not necessarily just for submission. Number 10, so the last one I'm just going to talk about, is nylon fetish, which goes hand in hand with foot fetishes. And a nylon kink or fetish involves sexual attraction to nylons or stockings or tights, and this could mean that you like the look of them, the feel of them, enjoy touching someone's leg in nylon stockings, like to wear them yourself. And as with many fetishes, this can be a kink if it's not something that you need to become sexually aroused. Either way, they're a really fun way and to play, and a really nice way to dress up if you want to start exploring some kinks and fetishes. So the importance of consent and communication. So just before I carry on with this video, it's crucial to emphasize the importance of consent and communication when it comes to exploring sexual desires and fantasies. Always ensure that both you and your partner are comfortable and enthusiastic about trying something new. Open and honest communication is key to maintaining a healthy and respectful sexual relationship. So what about if you want to seek some therapy for your kinks or fetishes? So I just want to discuss this option of seeking therapy to address any concerns or challenges related to sexual kinks and fetishes. Struggled to say that one. Therapists who specialise in sex therapy can provide a safe and non-judgmental space for individuals and couples to explore and understand their desires better. Therapy can help address any potential issues such as shame, guilt, or communication barriers, and assist in creating a more fulfilling and satisfying sex life. Additionally, sexual freedom therapy and hypnosis can also help you enhance those kinks and fetishes, increasing the way that your body responds, increasing the desire and the sensations that you feel. So breaking down the stigmas. It's essential to break down the stigma surrounding those sexual kinks and fetishes. Remember, as long as activities are consensual and safe, there's no reason to feel ashamed or judged for your desires. Society is gradually becoming more accepting and understanding of diverse sexual preferences, but it's a journey, and conversations and videos like this all contribute to that progress. So in conclusion, exploring sexual kinks and fetishes is a personal journey that requires open communication, consent, boundaries and non-judgmental mindsets. Whether you're curious about trying something new or seeking therapy to address any concerns, it's all about creating those healthy and fulfilling sexual experiences for yourself and for your partner. So thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to look out for part 2 and part 3 of these videos. And if you found it helpful, give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts and comments in the comment box below. So until next time, please stay curious, stay open-minded, and have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye bye for now.